Om Vakratunda
Om Vakratunda
Mahakaya
Mahakaya
Suryakoti
Suryakoti
Samaprabha
Samaprabha
Nirvignam
Nirvignam
Kuru
Kuru
Me
Me
Deva
Deva
Sarvakaryeshu
Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada
Sarvada Saraswati
Saraswati
Namastubhyam
Namastubhyam
Varade
Varade
Kamarupini
Kamarupini
Vidyarambham
Vidyarambam Karishyami
Karishyami Siddhir Bhavatu Me
Siddhirbhavatu Me
Sada
Sada
Gurur
Guru
Brahma Gurur
Brahma Guru
Vishnu
Vishnu
Gurur
Guru
Devo
Devo Maheshwaraha
Maheshwaraha Guru
Guru
Sakshat
Sakshat
Param
Param
Brahma
Brahma
Tasmai
Tasmai
Shri
Shri
Gurave
Gurave Namaha
Namaha Om
Om
Sahana
Sahana
Bhavatu
Vavatu
Sahano
Sahana
Bhunaktu
Bhunaktu
Sahaviryam
Sahaviryam
Karavavahe
Karavavahe
Tejasvinha
Tejasvinavadhidamastu ma
Vadhidamastama
Vidvishavahe
Vidvishavahe Om
Om
Shanti
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 Om Shri Paramatmane Namaha
Om Shri Paramatmane Namaha
Atha Dvitiyodhyayah
Atha Dvitiyodhyayah
Shri Bhagavanuvacha
Shri Bhagavanuvacha
Shloka number 47 and 48 Karmanyevadhikaraste
Karmanyevadhikaraste
Ma paleshu kadachana
Ma phaleshu kadachana
Ma karma palaheturbhuhu
Ma karma phalahedubhu
Ma te sangostva karmani
Ma te sanghostva karmani
Yogastakhur karmani
Yogastha kuru karmani
Sangam tyaktva dhananjaya
Sangam tyaktva dhananjaya
Siddhya siddhyo samo bhutva
Siddhya siddhyo samo bhutva
Samatvam yoga uchyate
Samatvam yoga uchyate
Samatvam yoga uchyate Siddhya siddhyo samo bhutva. So yoga, samatvam, the definition of yoga. So we were reading the explanation to this mantra. Yoga, this is shloka. Not a mantra, but anyway, this Gita also is like an Upanishad. Therefore, since it has got the status of Shruti, you can call mantra, but mantras are generally those which are of Veda, Vedika. Anyway, this is shloka. Shloka is the right word. So 48th shloka we have seen. Then we are seeing 48th shloka, where we are discussing this, that human beings are endowed with the feeble, therefore he only can make the karma into a yoga, karma yoga. He only can appreciate the Ishvara who is in the form of this entire Jagat. Therefore, 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 in whatever he does, in whatever karma, whatever duty which he has to perform, bringing the Ishvara in that, looking upon what is to be done as Ishvara, as the order of the Ishvara. If this attitude is there in a person, then that person is the yogi. That person is a yogi, your karma yogi, and therefore you will have samatva drishti with regard to any pairs of opposites, siddhi, asiddhi, jaya, ajaya, mana, apamana, shita, not shita, mana, apamana, iti, everything. Even with regard to shita, ushna, there is also shita, ushna is the pairs of opposites. Look at objectively. That is all within the order. Looks upon everything, all the experiences objectively. So therefore, endowed with the free will, since he is endowed with the free will, he has a choice to do, and he can use it appropriately or abuse it. Using it appropriately to uphold dharma, that what makes a person a yogi, karma yogi. That is what samatvam yoga uchyate. Yoga karmasu kaushalam, discretion in yoga. Discretion in karma, the action is what is called yoga karmasu kaushalam. Unlike other beings, human beings are not programmed, endowed with the free will. Therefore he can do karma, provided that doesn't violate the order. He must do, not he can do. He can do any action, and as a yogi, he must do those karmas, those actions which are not against the order, not violating the order. Since he can do, he will not do. That only makes him a karma yogi. Animals do not violate the laws, do not violate the order, because they are programmed. But what about human beings? Being endowed with the free will. Free will is a curse or is a boon. It depends on how the human beings use it. It is a curse. It becomes a curse when he abuses it, and it is a boon. It is a boon to attain Ishvara if he uses it properly. So using it properly, using it appropriately for one's growth, for one's freedom. That's what makes him a yogi, karma yogi. That's what all about yoga, karma yoga. Therefore, human beings are not programmed. Only human beings. All other beings are programmed. That is why human beings are said to be the roof of the creation. So only human beings are not programmed. Being unprogrammed, kartum shakyam, akartum shakyam, anyatava kartum shakyam. Let us read this. It is only when you come to human beings, even a small child, that you find a difference. When you call a puppy, it wags its tail and comes every time because it connects. You are calling it by name with a cookie or some other treat in your hand. But if you call your young child by the same name, whether you hold out a cookie or not, he or she may or may not come. Why? Because the child is much more than a pup. He or she is a complete person with the will of his or her own, asserted from childhood onwards. This is always a problem for parents, especially when they want the child to perform for guests, for instance. The child is not at all concerned about what others will think. There is no way he or she will perform. Even as adults, most of our worries are based on what others will think, a problem not shared with other living beings. When a cow wants to make a noise, it does so without bothering about what anyone will think. If a dog wants to bark, a donkey wants to bray, or a lion wants to roar, they too do not concern themselves with what others will think. Wherever there is water, all the frogs in the vicinity will gather every evening and put on a concert. The racket that creates is so dreadful that you cannot sleep. But the frogs are not at all concerned with what you or anyone else thinks of their music. Only human beings have this problem because they have free will and a self-image, half of which depends on what others think. Therefore, they are entirely different and are not going to do exactly what is to be done unless they decide to do so. In the process of growth, a person picks up hundreds of ragadveshas, likes and dislikes, attachments and aversions. Such fancies are always there, and we find that convenience is usually the order that we follow. This is why we often do not bother about no trespassing signs and cut across a rectangle diagonally, thereby creating a path, even though it is someone's private property. And once there is a path, a right to it also seems to be established. This is what is meant by the term grandfather rights. We also see evidence that convenience is one's nature. Wherever there is a sign saying no post, no bills. There will even be a bill stuck on the right at the top of every sign, perhaps so that the problem will disappear. Thus, convenience is often the governing factor. We want what is convenient, what is pleasant. Praise. Easy gratification is exactly what human beings go for. If some work, pain, or effort is involved, we want to avoid it. The human disposition is like that, going after easy, quick gratification, wanting only what pays off immediately. This is our nature. We are therefore created in ourselves a number of rugged dveshas, which prompt us to perform actions that are not often in keeping with dharma and adharma. To go against dharma, the Lord, the order, is to go against the order, that is the Lord. And this is adharma. Doing one's own duties is worship. Since the creation operates according to this same order, there is definitely a reason that we were born. Your parents may not have wanted you, but somehow you were born. Even if you feel unwanted, still you are here. Because without you, the world is definitely incomplete. That is why you are here. It is as simple as that. If you see a purpose in everything in the world, why should you take your presence in the big politic of humanity as anything other than important? Even in your own body politic, everything has a role to play. Just as a tree is there, you're also there. You're important. You have roles to play and things to do. Ishvara's job is going on, and you are a cog in this wheel. This being the case, naturally you have to do your job. You have to know that at this time and place, this is a job that you have to do. This is called Swakarma. Swakarmana tamabhirja siddhim mindati manavaha iti. Swakarma, one's own duty. Just as every animal and every tree contributes to this great creation, you too make your contribution. Whatever be your job, your Swakarma, that very karma becomes an offering to the Lord, Ishvara. Offerings to the Lord need not always be in the form of flowers. Bhagavan says that by doing what is to be done by you at a given time, you are worshipping the Lord. Because of your recognition of Ishvara, whatever action you perform is your contribution. You are offering Archana to the Lord. You offer your actions unto the Lord, who is in the form of the creation and who continues to do the job of creation. You are one of his limbs. You perform your role, which is an important one, otherwise, you would not be here. This is something like a symphony orchestra, where even though it looks as though some of the musicians could be removed, each person has a significant role to play according to the composer. One person may only play one note every 15 minutes, but that is his or her role to play in the overall scheme of things. Similarly, each of you has your job to do, and when you do it, you are in harmony with Ishvara, the Lord. This is why whenever you do exactly what you have to do, you find satisfaction. Even if it is something you don't want to do, once you do it, you feel great about it. Why? Because you are in harmony with Ishvara. Recognizing this, you become a yogi. This recognition is not an ordinary thing. It is a vision-based recognition. To be in harmony with the world, with what is to be done, with the law of dharma that governs all karma is karma yoga. Yoga karma kaushalam. Therefore, you choose your karmas, recognizing Ishvara as dharma. Then your actions become a form of archana to Ishvara. This attitude results in antakarana shuddhi, purification of the mind. Mind becomes relatively free from ragadvesha. That is called antakarana shuddhi, atma shuddhi. Once this happens, it takes no time at all for atma jnanam, self-knowledge, to take place. Self-knowledge is not far. Antakarana shuddhi is gained. Therefore, the whole life we spent only for gaining this antakarana shuddhi. When the antakaranam is ready, jnanam takes place in no time. When Shastra is operated, when Pramana Vyapara takes place, Jnanam happens without your will. Without your will, no will is involved in any knowledge. Therefore, Antakarna Shuddhi is important, for which Karma Yoga is a means. Since Antakarna Shuddhi is all that is required, therefore, all the steps have been completed, Karma Yoga, Antakarna Shuddhi, and Jnanam. These steps are mentioned throughout the Gita, and Shankaracharya also mentions them repeatedly in his Bhashya. Not tired of repeating this. That is why we keep repeating the same thing. Antakarana Shuddhi, Jnana Yogyata Praptihi, Tena Jnanam, Jnanishta, Moksha iti. Through Karma Yoga, the mind is purified. When the mind is pure, knowledge takes place and moksha is gained. Karma Yoga is therefore for moksha alone. Parampara Karanam Bhavati. It is not said one time. It is said again and again and again. Because we have a thinking that what we want to accomplish in life, And that if it's a moksha, that also we think it's accomplishable by karma, by doing. Because everything in life we accomplish by doing. Therefore, moksha also is something to be gained. Then karma, you have to work for it. Work. We cannot imagine something to gain without work, without doing. So therefore, we repeat this again and again. Moksha is only by jnanam. Karma yoga is there. Karma yoga is not for jnanam, is it for chitta shuddhi. It is connected to moksha indirectly. Parampara karanam bhavati iti. We have to say it repeatedly because there are other views, other views, other views. Many views are there. So many views. The different Purva Pakshis emphasizing karma. Emphasizing karma. Therefore, we have to repeatedly say this to remove the misconception. Then the next shloka we will read. 49. Dhureణ hyavaram karma
Durena hyavaram karma.
buddhiyoga dhananjaya
Buddhi yoga dhananjaya.
buddhau sharanamanvichya
Buddho sharanamam vadvicha.
kripana palahetavaha
Kupana kala hetavaha.
palahetavaha kripana palahetavaha. Okay. This karma yoga has got another name, buddhi yoga also. In the 39th, 37th shloka, the 39th, where the transition happened. Yeshate Bhagita Sanke Buddhir Yoge to Imam Shunu iti. In the 39th shloka we saw Buddhihi Yoga Buddhihi with reference to Sankhya Buddhihi Abhigita Yoge to Imam Shunu iti. There Buddhihi means it is knowledge. Their buddhi is knowledge with regard to Sankhya, Atma Jnanam, Buddhi. Knowledge with regard to Atma has been taught iti. And the yoga is going to, I'm going to talk about, please listen iti. Now, their buddhi is used, and here we buddhi yoga means here buddhi is karma. Buddhi yoga, karma yoga. Yoga of proper attitude. Since attitude is involved, attitude means buddhi. So therefore it is called buddhi yoga. Buddhi yoga. So therefore another name for karma yoga. Depending on the context we have to take. Here buddhi yoga means yoga of proper attitude, that is karma yoga. So durena hyavaram karma. Avaram karma, just mere karma. Compared to buddhi yoga, it is avaram. Avaram is inferior, lower. It is very lower. Durena, far lower, inferior. Buddhi yoga. Karma yoga, karma, avaram bhavati. Therefore, Buddha Sharanam and which Buddha in this yoga, karma yoga, Buddha Sharanam and which may you resort to this karma yoga because this is a means for gaining chitta shuddhi. So you cannot skip this. Therefore, take recourse to Buddhi yoga, karma yoga, and kripanaha palayetavaha. Palahetu, hetu for doing the karma is palam. With the result in mind, those who perform karma, that is for result only in mind, not Ishvara, not na Ishvara Prityartham. They do karma only for bhoga, for gaining the ends, the limited ends, not for Ishvara Prityartham and therefore for moksha. Those are called kripanaha, miserly people. Kripanaha here it is second time used. The first in the same chapter, The word kripanaha, the word kripana directly not used. Karpanya, it is tadita form was used. That is the word used by Arjuna. Karpanya dosho bhagata svabhavaha prachami tvam dharma sammuda chetaha. He himself says, Karpanya doshaha iti. Kripanasya bhavaha karpanyaha, and that is a dosha. Iti, he says. And here Bhagavan says, those who work for the immediate ends, immediate results, they are kripanaha, forgetting the ultimate end, moksha. So compared to buddhi yoga, this karma, mere karma, doing karma for the immediate results, for enjoying the immediate results, they are avaram. They are very lower, far inferior. So therefore, they are miser people. Those people are miserly people. Kripanaha, palahetavaha, kripanaha. Therefore, you take resort to this buddhi yoga. Sharanam anvicha. Anu plus icha. May you ich dhatu. Icha. Ichatu. Ishatam ichantu. Icha. Rotlakara. Madhyam Purusha. Ekavachanam. With anu upasarga. Anu icha. May you take refuge. May you take resort to. May you seek refuge in Sharanam. Sharanam is Sharanagati. Take Sharanagati to this yoga, karma yoga. Action based on desire, karma, that is called karma, mere karma, is therefore far inferior to that which is performed with the proper attitude of karma yoga, buddhi yoga. Therefore, seek refuge in this buddhi yoga, that yoga of proper attitude. The attitude is Ishwararpana buddhi, prasada buddhi. That buddhi, that is attitude, buddhi. That's why it's called buddhi yoga, karma yoga. O Dhananjaya. Therefore, those who perform action only for the results, they are called misers. And those who perform action, the attitude of karma yoga, they are called yogis, mumukshus, karma yogis, mumukshu. Their goal is moksha. They have got vyavasayatmika buddhi. Therefore, their buddhi is in this yoga. Therefore, this yoga is buddhi yoga. The word buddhi yoga means karma yoga. Word buddhi yoga is karma yoga, the attitude of sameness towards all results, samatva, that is buddhi yoga. Karma done under the spell of one's ragadvesha is far different from karma yoga, which involves proper attitude and commitment. The result of such karma is received in keeping with one's ragadvesha and not with samatva buddhi. This kind of karma is thus far inferior, avaram, lower, inferior to buddhi yoga, karma yoga. Therefore, Krishna told Arjuna to take refuge in karma yoga buddhi, buddho sharanamanvicha, go for it, pray for it, Arjuna, he said. Why? Because people who perform karma for the sake of results alone and not for antakarna shuddhi and moksha, therefore, they are misers. Kripanaha. Having been endowed with all the faculties, they ask only for the limited. When unlimited is open, asking for the limited, going after the limited. Therefore, kripanaha, miserly. Like a rich man has got money but doesn't use it. Similarly, this person is rich. The rich treasure is open. Not wanting the rich, choosing the lower purushartha. So choosing the purusharthas which are limited ends, which are limited. Therefore, kripanaha iti, miser people. They want only enjoyments, bhoga and power. Enjoyments, bhoga and power, aishwarya. For them, there is no karma yoga, which makes them misers, because they don't make use of the buddhi. Because they don't make use of the buddhi, they are called miser. Buddhi is a gift. Buddhi is a valuable thing. It is a treasure which Bhagavan has given. Just be used, not using the buddhi. Therefore, they are called miser. When you have money, if you don't use, you are called a miser. Similarly, buddhi dhanam is there. Buddhi is a dhanam. Buddhi dhanam they don't use. Therefore, they are called misers. Kripanaha iti. In his commentary on this shloka, Shankaracharya defines misers, referring to them as helpless weaklings. Dinaha iti. Helpless people. Misers are those who have money but don't have the heart to spend it, either on themselves or on others. Those who have no money are not misers because they have no money to spend. Those who do have money and spend when there are occasion to spend, they are also not misers. A man who has money and spends more than what he has, who doesn't spend judiciously, is a spendthrift, and is just a match as a problem as the one who has money and doesn't spend it at all. So miserly is also a problem, spendthrift also is a problem. The miser cannot spend because he is afraid that his money is going. Therefore, he always keeps saving for the winter of his life, retirement. Sometimes such a person dies before retirement and his brother-in-law gets everything. Misers have no heart to spend because their priorities are not clear. They are not clear at all about what money is for. The meaning of the word miser, kripana, is extended here to the disuse of one's buddhi, which is dhanam. Real dhanam is buddhi. Shankaracharya, quoting the Bhagavad Upanishad, discusses the meaning of kripana here. This atmanam aviditva yaha asmat loka praiti saha kripanaha iti. It is there. The quote is there in Bhagavad Upanishad. Bhagavad Upanishad says, Acharya here discusses the meaning of the word kripana, referring to Bhagavad Upanishad. Why such a person a miser? Because he or she was given an intellect, buddhi, and doesn't use it. Buddhi is a discriminative power one is endowed with as a human being and is the greatest wealth. Buddhi dhanam. Among all the dhanam, this buddhi is a dhanam, the greatest treasure that one can have. Therefore, its primary use should be for gaining self-knowledge. Even though everyone has a good chance to use the buddhi, a miser hoards it or fritters it away and dies not having made proper use of the greatest wealth that he or she was endowed with. And although the money misers leave can be enjoyed by others, no one can enjoy their buddhis after they are gone. Misers are people whose aims are only small results, not moksha. Therefore, for them, there is no karma yoga or sannyasa. There is only miserliness. Therefore, we have seen that according to the vision of the Veda, there are only two possibilities, to be a karma yogi or to be a sannyasi. There is no accommodation for a third kind of person. Those who are neither karma yogis nor sannyasis, they have to become karma yogis. Otherwise, they are misers only. Therefore, Bhagavan said, take to karma yoga iti. We'll stop here. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnameva Vasishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om
Om Shri
Shri
Gurubhyo
Gurubhyo
Namaha.
Namaha Harihi
Om.
Om
Dhanyavadaha.
Dhanyavadaha